Ramazan provides an opportunity to photographers and storytellers to experience Karachi in a different dimension, especially around iftar time. There are areas which buzz with festivities, and there are others which come to a halt for brief periods, providing a window to experience the city without Karachi typical distractions. Over the course of past 2 weeks, I had a chance to witness both during my excursions into the old quarters. I started my journey from Pakistan Chowk in Arambagh. The area has one of the most beautiful balconies in the town and has some of famous landmarks. I saw tables conveniently set up on the road in order to accommodate as many people as they can. As I moved further to foodie favorite Buns Road, I found frenzied traffic, people making their way to the eateries at the last minute before iftar. I turned left to Bandar Road, which was void of regular traffic and encroachments. A lot of residential apartments around the area have been converted into offices, shops, and godowns, destroying the ecosystem of the area. However, looking at these buildings in an unusually quaint setting made me realize that not all is lost, and with better planning and possibly a mass transit program, the area could be restored to its former glory. Few days later, I resumed my journey from Nawab Mahapat Khanji Road in Kharadar, which is one of the busiest thoroughfares in the city. There is a host of medical facilities of historical importance here, such as Janbai Maternity Home, Jafar Fadoor Dispensary, and Kharadar General Hospital. I drove past Jodia Bazaar, Madina Cloth Market, Sarafa Bazaar, and many roadside stalls. On a regular day, passing through these markets required patience and craft, but iftar break afforded me ample time to manage both my curiosity and the car. I took Embankment Road next, which ended at Lee Market, a vibrant and chaotic market in the heart of Napier Quarters, which was set up as a trading hub outside walled city of Karachi. It was closed to iftar, but the market was still open. As I hit a traffic block, I tried to make sense of my surroundings. There was a policeman helplessly trying to manage traffic, hawkers selling fruits and vegetables, and bikers pulling away, all in the backdrop of a clock tower which looked more like a hunting post. Chaos and character. Classic Karachi. As the twilight faded, I decided to roam the streets and Ranchole lines on foot. The area around Pune Vai Tower, popularly known as Ranchole Line Tower, in particular has a vibrant feel with lots of tea and food stalls around it. Sadly, a lot of buildings in the area have been erased to make way for concrete structures lacking yesteryear's aesthetic sense. The streets in the area form a vibrant common public space, with most of the residents sitting on chairs and tufts out in the open, discussing life and sharing tea. And it's not just well-trodden places in Ranchole Line, but there are gem of structures in every nook and cranny. These buildings have stories, most of which have been lost in transition. People who built these buildings left ages ago, and migrants settled without even knowing their former occupants. Street names and some surviving plaques is our only loose connection to a largely forgotten past. I drifted into Marwari lines. As I moved deeper into the old quarters, the mood changed to that of celebrations. The congested neighborhoods and tightly knit communities in Marwari lines somehow work together to provide a sense of security. I found women chatting daily on tufts outside their homes while kids played badminton and other games in the street. Marwari Lines has one of the oldest mosques in the city, one of which is Beach Wali Masjid. The building still has a stone facade while the rest of the building has been rebuilt, though I found some remnants of old structures around the mihrab. I stepped out of narrow lanes of Marwari Lines onto the Bohra Peer Road and found there was a party happening on the street. And it continues to happen all around Ramazan. There were several types of rides on both sides of the road with food stalls in between. The area doesn't have any parks or other public spaces, but in Ramazan, people, especially kids and women, come out and claim their ride on the road. Horse carriages assemble near Bohra Peer from all across the city during Ramazan. People came with their families and took rides which covered the route between Borapir and Lady Dufferin Hospital. And it wasn't just horse carriages. People were riding horses, camels, beach buggies, and donkey carts. Someone told me that the party started right after iftar and continued till Sari. In one of the streets, I found few people playing a friendly cricket match. Street cricket is a phenomenon in Karachi, with its influence very much evident in our national team's temperament also. The match was played under floodlights installed on either end. I sat on footpath with rest of the cricket team waiting for their turn. As the match continued, cars, bikes and banglas kept passing through the street. On the far side of footpath, I saw a few kids sleeping, aloof to their surroundings. Someone told me that they were Pashtun West pickers. A little further from Mansoor lines, deep into one of the oldest settlements of Karachi, football rules hearts and streets instead of cricket. Streets of Liari, infamous for its gang warfare, turned into football field during Ramadan, hosting tournaments for different age groups. An acquaintance led me to one such tournament which was happening in a street near Chil Chowk. Much to my surprise, a perfectly paved road led me all the way to the venue. The organizers told me that they were hosting a 3-on-3 futsal tournament with 48 teams of kids competing for glory. As the referee blew the whistle, everything came to standstill, save one or two passers-by. Kids with quick feet showed sufficient mettle to impress the crowd which has been following the tournament religiously. Most of the kids were aged below 10, but have been regular at their respective clubs already. The elders told me that they have been making sure that the kids go to the school regularly also. The kids were confident and friendly. Most of them were wearing jerseys of their favorite players and loved to show new tricks to their friends. While elders were well aware of stigmas attached to the youth of Liari and hence defensive in their conversation, the kids were already a sign of fresh start. Let's hope we don't fail our children yet again. Long live Karachi.